In this series of videos, let's have an idea about what all the list of families and their floral formula. So in our morphology, total we have 7 main families. Let's have list of it and how to write the floral formula. What are the other names of each family? So first remember the three families as, write it as F, S, L. F for Fabaceae, S for Solanaceae, L for Liliaceae. So how to remember is first, second, last. So Fabaceae, Solanaceae, Liliaceae. And the fourth one, Brassicaceae. And this Brassicaceae we have all other name as well. Fifth one, Malvaceae. Sixth is Poaceae. And the seventh one, Asteraceae. So total we have 7 families and let us see what are the other names for it. So coming to the first family, F for Fabaceae. The Fabaceae, the old name is Papilionidae family. Papilionoidae, and it belongs to Leguminosae. So most of the legume plants comes under this. So Leguminosae family. Solanaceae is also called as potato family. This potato family, we have a new name also called as nightshade family. And the other name of Liliaceae is lily family. Brassicaceae. Brassica is a scientific name of mustard, uh, and it is called as Cruciferae family. It belongs to Cruciferae. Malvaceae, all the hibiscus cotton will be coming under this. So this is the cotton family. Poaceae is also called as Graminae, where all the rice, wheat, millets will be coming under this. Asteraceae is called as Compositae, also called as sunflower family. Other name is also there, that is daisy family. So all these are the different names for this. Fabaceae or Papilionidae Leguminosae, Solanaceae or potato family, nightshade family, Liliaceae lily family, Brassicaceae cruciferae, Malvaceae cotton family, Poaceae graminae, Asteraceae compositae, sunflower family or the daisy family. So let us see how to write the floral formula and how to remember for each family. So first we go with first these three. So if you are just trying to remember all the 7 families at a once, it will be hectic for you. So first remember the first three, Brassicaceae and Malvaceae as I said, Poaceae, Asteraceae as I said, because these two are the special type of families. They are quite different from the remaining families. First we'll go with it, how to write the floral formula for all these three. So there are common points. Let us try to write it. As we discussed the semi-technical description in the earlier videos, we will be using those symbols to write the floral formula. And in the remaining series of videos, we will have a complete information about each and every family and based on the floral formula, how to draw the floral diagram as well. So coming to this Fabaceae, the old name is Papilionidae. All the legume plants will be coming under this. So the flower of this will be showing the symmetry. So this percentage symbol is representing it is the zygomorphic type of flower. So we have the actinomorphic symmetry and the zygomorphic symmetry. Whenever you are cutting the flower in a particular plane which is passing through the center, only in that plane it can be cut into the two equal halves. We represent with the symbol percentage, says the zygomorphic. So coming to its sexuality, so we have the unisexual, bisexual as well. So this Fabaceae will have the bisexual, so we use the symbol like this. And the main floral parts, that is K, C, A, G. So K for calyx, C for corolla, A for androecium, G for gynoecium, right? So same way we just try to write the remaining also, so it will be easy for you to remember. Solanaceae or potato family or nightshade family, the flowers will be having actinomorphic type of symmetry, whereas the Liliaceae will also have the actinomorphic symmetry. And coming to the sexuality, all these three plants are of containing the bisexual flowers. And Solanaceae, so whatever you wrote, we are just writing here KCAG. But coming to this Liliaceae, the calyx and corolla are not so distinct. So instead of this, we call it as the perianth. So in the place of calyx and corolla, the perianth is present. Androecium and gynoecium are of the same. So coming here, there is a common feature again. All these gynoecium will be showing the hypogynous type and it is containing the superior ovary. So it is a common feature for all the three. So it will be containing hypogynous, means all the floral parts will be present below the gynoecium. So that's why ovary is placed above the floral parts. So the ovary type is superior ovary. And how to give the numbering to this? So Fabaceae the first, right? So 1. Solanaceae second, so you just write it as a 2. Liliaceae third, write it as a 3. And these 2 and 3 should be in a bracket, which means all the carpels are fused. So we have the apocarpus and syncarpus condition. So this is representing the syncarpus condition, both are fused. So coming to this calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium. So coming to this Fabaceae, calyx or 5, corolla also 5, androecium is 10. So calyx or 5 which are in fused condition. Corolla, so it is having the special type of estivation, vexillary or papilionaceous type, or the imbricate. We call it as the in descending imbricate type of estivation. So we'll have 1 plus 2 plus 2 arrangement. So one standard petal, two wing petals, and the two keel petals which are fused. So that's why 1 plus 2 plus 2 condition of the corolla is present. And the androecium is also special. The 10 are in condition, 9 are fused forming a one bundle, one is separate. So this condition we call it as diadelphous condition, which is a special feature for this family. So here total calyx or 5 in fused condition, corolla or 5 which is showing vexillary type of estivation, androecium or 10 showing the diadelphous condition, hypogynous superior ovary single is present. So this is the floral formula for the Fabaceae. So this symbol represents bisexual whenever all are fused. So what is this condition? We call it as K for calyx. The individual members of this calyx are the sepals, and all these 5 sepals are in fused condition. So we use the terms called as poly and gamo. Poly means free, whereas the gamo means fused. So if you remember this term, it will be easy for you. This, as all the sepals are in fused condition, we call it as the gamosepalous condition that can be seen in the Fabaceae. Coming to this corolla, it is showing the vexillary type of estivation. And the stamens are in diadelphous condition forming the two bundles. And hypogynous superior ovary is present. So that is a floral formula for Fabaceae. Coming to this Solanaceae, this is the second one, also called as potato family or the nightshade family. And the flowers are showing actinomorphic type of estivation or the actinomorphic type of symmetry, not the estivation. So whatever the plane you cut, so they will be showing the radial type of symmetry. And these flowers belonging to the bisexual, they contain both the androecium and gynoecium, both male and female reproductive parts are present. And here this calyx, corolla, androecium, all are of the 5. So I'm giving the number 5, 5, 5. So G2, we already mentioned here, hypogynous superior ovary, two carpels are fused. So if the two carpels are fused, we use the term called as syncarpus. If we are free, we call it as apocarpus. So here, this calyx 5 are fused, sepals are fused, and petals are also fused. And here we use the one more connection like this. So what is this? A to C, which means these stamens are actually attached to this corolla. So this condition, they are attached to these petals. This condition we call it as a epipetalous condition, which can be seen in the Solanaceae family. So here actinomorphic, bisexual, 5 sepals fused. So this is gamosepalous. 5 petals fused, gamopetalous. 5 stamens free, but these free stamens are attached to this corolla. That condition is epipetalous. And hypogynous superior ovary, 2 are present which are fused, that is syncarpous condition. Coming to Liliaceae family, these flowers are also showing the symmetry, that is actinomorphic type of symmetry or the radial symmetry, and the flowers which are present are of the bisexual flowers. So the calyx and corolla cannot be so distinct, so that's why perianth is present. And this perianth will be arranged in a 3 walls. Perianth or also called as a tepals. 3+3 arrangement will be there, but are of the fused. Even the androecium also, the 3+3 are present. And here also the case, these stamens are actually attached to the perianth. This condition we call it as epiphyllous. If they are attached to the petals, that is epipetalous. If they are attached to the perianth, that is epiphyllous. So if you are observing here, Liliaceae, last family, third family, 3+3, 3+3, 3. So all the three, wherever all the three are there, so that is of Liliaceae. Where epipetalous 5, 5, 5 fused condition can be seen, that is Solanaceae. Here diadelphous, vexillary estivation, Papilionaceae. So all these are the floral formulas for the first three. Next we'll go with the Brassicaceae. Brassicaceae belongs to the Cruciferae. Now the flowers of this, of the actinomorphic in condition, or they are showing the radial symmetry. And these are containing both the male and female reproductive parts, that is bisexual. And let us write KCAG. So here, as it is the fourth one, let us see here 2+2, 4, right? So 2 walls of arrangement of sepals are present which are free. That's why you are not keeping in a bracket. And corolla 4 are present which are again free. So here androecium 2+4. So 2 are arranged in one wall, 4 are arranged in another wall. Coming to this gynoecium, it will also show the superior type of ovary or hypogynous condition where these carpels are fused, showing the syncarpous condition. So actinomorphic, bisexual, sepals are 2+2 arrangement freely present, petals are also 4, androecium 2+4 arrangement, and the hypogynous superior ovary, syncarpous ovary can be seen in the Brassicaceae or the mustard family. Coming to this Malvaceae, this Malvaceae is also called as cotton family, and there is a special feature that we need to discuss. Just remember the one that is a hibiscus flower. The flowers are showing the actinomorphic symmetry or the radial symmetry, will be containing the both male and female parts. So this is the bisexual one, and along with this calyx, it will have the one more part called as a epicalyx. So we are just representing as a EPI, either 2 to 7 in number. Let us write KCAG. So the calyx are of 5 which are fused, corolla are of 5 which are free. And coming to the stamens, all the stamens are fused, so the infinite stamens can be present, and all the stamens are forming the staminal tube, so you cannot count how many stamens are actually fused. This androecium will be attached to this petals, so that's why you are just showing this arc type of structure. So this says the epipetalous condition. Coming to this gynoecium, the hypogynous superior ovary is present, 5 carpels which are in fused condition. So pentacarpellary syncarpous type of gynoecium can be seen in the Malvaceae. So Malvaceae is a fifth family we are discussing here. So remember this gynoecium number 5. And the special feature is it is containing the epicalyx. So coming to the last two, Poaceae and Gramineae, these are quite special families. Poaceae, also called as a Gramineae, the flowers are showing the zygomorphic type of symmetry or bilateral symmetry. So here the flowers may be of a bisexual or unisexual. So either the bisexual may be present or the unisexual. Any flowers can be present based on the type of a plant which we are discussing under this. And here all the structures are actually modified. We cannot see the calyx and corolla. So we, instead of calyx and corolla, we can see the perianth. If perianth is present, we represent with the P. But even this perianth is also modified. It will be containing the modified tepals. We call it as a laudicules. So either 2 or 3 laudicules are present. So these laudicules are nothing but a modified tepals. And coming to this androecium, 3 are present freely or 3 plus 3. So they are arranged in a 2 whorls, 3 in a 1 whorl, 3 in another whorl, which are not in a fused condition. Coming to this gynoecium. So gynoecium will be showing the hypogynous superior type of ovary, only one. So this is the floral formula for the Poaceae. Either the bisexual or the unisexual. If it is unisexual, the female parts are present, then we call it as a pistillate. If male parts are present, we call it as a staminates. Either both the structures may be present in the flower. So this will be the floral formula for Poaceae. And the next one, Asteraceae. Coming to this Asteraceae, there is a specific, the most special one. It is also called as Compositae, sunflower family or the daisy family. Will be containing actually the two types of flowers. The center one is called as a disc florets. The small flowers are present. If you observe the sunflower, the center dark color part is actually, each one is a single flower. We call it as a disc florets. And the one which are arranged around this disc are called as the ray florets. So we have the separate formulas for these two, disc florets and the ray florets. So coming to the disc florets, these are containing the bracts. So those are bracteate, and they will be showing the actinomorphic type of symmetry or the radial symmetry. And it is bisexual, means both the stamens, pistil are present, so pistillate and staminate. And it will be containing the calyx. So that calyx, we call it as a pappus. So many number of calyx are present. The uncountable sepals are arranged. So we call it as a pappus. And coming to the corolla, 5 petals are present which are in fused condition, that is gamopetalous. And coming to androecium, 5 stamens are present which are in fused condition. Coming to this gynoecium, here also you can find the there is a speciality here. So till now we have discussed the hypogynous superior type of ovary, but coming to this Asteraceae, this is the exceptional case. You can find the epigynous type or the inferior type of ovary can be seen. Epigynous or inferior ovary is the special feature for it. So here the disc florets will be containing the epigynous inferior ovary. 2 carpels are there which are in fused condition, syncarpous condition. So here bracts, actinomorphic, bisexual, calyx is modified. So we call it as pappus. The numerous number sepals are present. And here corolla is of 5, gamopetalous condition. Androecium, all the 5 stamens are fused. Epigynous type or the inferior ovary is present. 2 carpels are actually fused. So this is the floral formula for the disc floret. We have floral formula for ray floret also. Even the ray florets will also contain the bracts. And here the flower will be showing the symmetry, that is zygomorphic. So the disc florets are showing the actinomorphic or radial symmetry. These ray florets are showing the zygomorphic or the bilateral symmetry. But these ray florets are unisexual. They contain only the female parts. So here it is unisexual, so you cannot say the male may be present. No, only female is present. So these are pistillate. So we represent with this symbol. Coming to this calyx, same like a disc floret, we call it as a pappus. Coming to this corolla, same. Five are there which are fused. As we told initially, it is a unisexual which will contain only the female part. So that's why andrecium stamens are absent. We write it as a A0. And gynoecium is same like a disc floret. Epigynous inferior type of ovary is present. Here there are of the two. So here these are the families with their floral formula.